Thank you. Thank you. Honored Chair, convention delegates, honored guests, let me start with my sincere thanks to the organizing committee of this 74th Jalsa Salana and the entire Ahmadiyya community for the honor of addressing you today. I understand that the slogan of your community is love for all, hatred for none. Hatred for none. That's the easy part. Love for all? That can be difficult. These are not words or practices that we see or hear enough in our world, particularly not in this moment of Islamophobia and dehumanization of Palestinians. This moment in which our nation is doing everything it can to support a campaign that is killing innocents and is starving an entire population. It is particularly significant that this motto and this lesson comes from a community, your community, that has in its time experienced so much discrimination, so much repression, and so much violence. We all have so much to learn from you. We know what hatred looks like. I spent 2 days this week on Capitol Hill with a group of American doctors, Muslims, Christians, and Jewish doctors who have recently returned from Gaza, and they recounted their experiences to Congress, their experiences treating the wounds of children shot through with shrapnel, in hospitals that lacked anesthetics, in rooms packed with the stench of the dead and the dying. This, as thousands of Israeli civilians blockade aid trucks, burn olive trees, and explicitly call for the genocide and ethnic cleansing of the Palestinian people. And from all we can tell, we are at a time not only in that region, but in America too, where hatred is on the rise. We see increases in Islamophobia and in anti-Semitism. We have seen in these past months college administrators working with the police to deploy snipers against their own students. We have seen the US House of Representatives, just in the last couple of days, pass language that would prevent the State Department from quoting the Gaza Health Ministry's casualty figures, figures which America's top diplomat responsible for Middle East affairs has publicly said are actually an undercount. We have seen children, a 6-year-old Palestinian child murdered in Chicago, 3 Arab American students shot in Vermont. Last week, the attempted drowning of a baby for being Palestinian American. And 2 nights ago, we witnessed a presidential debate in which one of the candidates for the leadership of our nation used the word Palestinian as a slur, and even worse, he used it against the other candidate whose policies have been responsible for the deaths and the slaughter of tens of thousands of Palestinians, and that candidate said nothing in response. I have worked these past tragic 9 months to advocate for humanity and for the equal humanity of Palestinians and Israelis, of Muslims, of Christians, of Jews, and in that time, I have seen the other side of this, not the hatred, but the love. I have made so many new friends, friends who support humanity, friends who have worked their whole lives for peace, be they American or Israeli, Christian or Muslim or Jew, and most of all, I have made so many Palestinian friends. I have seen the love of that culture, the warmth of its people, and the resilience of its people. And I have been inspired beyond words. And as I stand before you, all I can say to former President Trump, to current President Biden, and to all of our fellow Americans is this: it would be the honor of my life to be called a Palestinian. Let me conclude with the words of His Holiness Mirza Masroor Ahmad, who said, "Our true happiness will be when humanity begins to recognize the rights we owe to one another and when hatred turns to love." Thank you to this community, to the Ahmadiyya community, for the work you do every day to turn hatred to love. Jalsa Mubarak and Alaikum Salam.